Welcome back, folks, to another rebuild, and as you can guess by the title of the video, we will be rebuilding the worst team in the Football League as at the end of the 24 season. Forest Green finished bottom of the pile and therefore relegated to the Vanarama. So they're going to have to fight it out once again to jump back into the Football League. We will only be signing WONDERKIDS, and to help us pick the WONDERKIDS we have the return of the wheel, of which we will be allowing ourselves 2 WONDERKIDS per season. We were going for this for 10 seasons to see how far we get. In that time we're hoping to win as many trophies as we can, and who knows, we may even be champions of Europe. We shall have to wait and see. But this rebuild is just a little bit of fun, a little bit different from the norm. So let's get into the Forest Green squad, etc. See what we've got to play with at the moment before we spin our first wheel. As you can see, they've got a reputation of a 2-star. Media prediction was to finish 14th, not bottom. They have won a fair few trophies. Best spells in the 2010s, with the last competition win coming as recently as 2022, where they won the English 4th tier for only the early time. So they did win League 2 and then subsequently got relegated back down. And again in real life got relegated once more, dropping out of the Football League. And this is where we're going to stop in together with the wheel, and we're going to try and stop that and get them as far up the English tier system as possible. This is their preferred formation, so we'll have a look at that, and obviously depending on what sort of WONDERKIDS we do get in each season, this formation, if not from the off, will have changed. And for full disclosure, we have got the editor here in the corner where we will be making them transfers for the WONDERKIDS, and also, as I do with every single rebuild, we only use the editor the once, and that is to put myself on as unsackable, just so we can get the 5 seasons played without any interruptions. So we'll do that straight away. I know there has been questions asked in the comments below about the editor, and that is the only reason we use it for. Put myself on as unsackable. That's the only time we use it on all the other rebuilds, and apart from some of the experiments such as this particular one, because in hindsight Forest Green are not going to be able to sign WONDERKIDS, are they, realistically? So because this is just a little bit of a fun video, we're going to see how far we can take them in the 10 seasons having WONDERKIDS at the club. So first off, we can have a look at the squad, and the squad doesn't look that bad actually, to be honest, but we have got an awful lot of injuries. Wow, Garrett, he's going to be out for 6 months. 3 months for Gorin. We've got Brown, who's out for 3 months. Lavinia, 3 months. Callum Jones, is he on loan to us or the other way around? 8 months out. Wow, that's catastrophic. Some of the better players they have here as well. Financially, they haven't got an awful lot. They are in strife. It's not surprising really, but to be fair, £1 million in the bank almost. That's not bad going for a League 2 side though, to be fair. And the wages is quite modest as well. Any debts? £3.7 million, which is a gift loan, and it's only payable on the departure of the chairperson. So nothing's being paid. So at the minute, it's a gift, so we don't have to worry about any repayments there. So first off, we're going to get a formation sorted out, and then we'll come back and see what the wheel gives us. So after meddling around with the formation a little bit, I believe this is probably the best we can get out of the team at the moment. I mean, obviously this formation will more than likely change once we have a couple more signings. But up top, we've got Amatoi, Tyrese, probably not the best, 10 finishing, but he's our only other striker. Our other strikers are all injured and unavailable. He's 20 years old. We've got Doge, who's 30 years old, 12 finishing, not too bad, I guess. Maddox at left-hand side. We're packing the midfield out so we don't get overrun at the back and don't concede any goals, really. That is the plan this season. 24 years old, left-sided midfielder. He can play on the wing as well. Bunker doesn't look too bad, I guess. Probably best of what we've got currently, 20 years old. McCann, probably one of our better midfielders, 21 years old. So it's relatively a young side. Thompson at left wing back. Not too bad at all, actually. Physicals look superb for this division, I feel. More Taylor, defender. Physicals aren't too bad, I guess. Work rate's not too bad either. 29 years old though, would expect more. I'm hoping some of these wonder kids that come in will replace some of these players. 28-year-old Ryan Innes. Again, not bad either, actually. Heading 16, got good jumping as well, so hopefully he can go up for corners. Our best defender. We've got Dabo, right back. Physicals aren't bad either as well for him. 27 years old. So the side isn't that bad, though, to fit. And we have Daniels in goal. 35-year-old Luke Daniels. So we're looking for a superb wonder kid here to replace him, but we'll see what we got. So we have got around about 60 to 70 wonder kids on here. We've got Dennis Seaman, goalkeeper. We've got Xavi. We've got Jona Urbig. We've got Jude Bellingham even. Pedri, Rasmus Højlund, Wilfried Gnonto, Vitor Roque as well. We've also got Arda Güler. So that would be superb if we could pick any one of these players. So let's pick our first one with the spin of the wheel. And we're going to land on Arthur Vermeeren. 18-year-old DM or midfielder. Not much stats on him at the minute. Atletico B team he's currently at. So with the powers of the editor, we're just going to move him straight to our club. And he's there. 5-star almost. And stats-wise, doesn't look too bad either. So we're going to slot him straight in to the DM role. So let's pick our second pick. Who's he going to land on? Lewis Hall or Delap? It's Lewis Hall. And there is in all his glory from Newcastle under 21s. And once again, we're just going to move him to our club. Done. So with two positions already sorted, Hall and Vermeeren both sitting in the 2 DM roles, hoping they will help out the forwards and the defenders as well. So going into the season, it's not gone all our way. We have lost 2 league games, but we have won 2 as well. We lost to Salford, which was a surprise, I'm not going to lie, at home. Then we beat Cheltenham 5-0 in the Carabao Cup first round. Then we had 2 wins against Harrogate and Swindon, drawing with Newport. And then we came up against Wimbledon, losing in the league and in the second round of the Carabao Cup, which was a little bit of a shame. And a little bit of a disappointment considering Wimbledon are in League 2 as well. We are currently lying in 11th position. Like I said, with 2 wins, 2 losses. We are 6 points off the leader Stockport and 3 points off a playoff place as well. So it's not all doom and gloom. We're not going to be finishing bottom of the table, that's for sure. So hopefully with the improvement of the 2 players that we brought in, it should help us a lot. So let's delve into our first season. Let's see what the youngsters can do and see if they can pivot us to the top or near the top of League 2. And what you are seeing is the playoff final. Forest Green versus Crewe with 2 late goals. 83rd minute, one by Stevens and then another one by Bunker, coming into the last minute of the game with a fancy 2-0 victory, which means we finish in 4th position with a playoff final victory, and I think that's a fair result considering we did finish in 4th, Crewe in 5th, 3 points behind. We deserved it, I think, and that's a fantastic effort from the Forest Green lads, including the 2 wonder kids. Did they help us at all? We'll soon find out. But 84 points, far cry from the relegation that they suffered in real life. And it's Division 1. Here we come. Competition-wise, how did we fare? I mean, you can see from the league that we were in 18th position at one point. And then we climbed our way back up into a very good position in the end. Fantastic. FA Cup, second round defeat by Stockport. We did lose, 4-0. Ouch. Carabao Cup, we lost to Wimbledon as we saw at the beginning, and Bristol Street Motors Trophy, we got knocked out in the second round. Wow, 4-0 by Oxford. Squad wise, how did our lads do? So we have got Matty Stevens, striker, 26 years old, 17 goals and 5. That's pretty good. Lewis Hall, 15 and 14. Yes, exactly what you want to see in the midfield. Vermeeren as well. What did he do? 4 and 13. Our 2 wonder kids have done really, really well. 13 and 4 for Tyrese and Motei. 9 and 8 for Maddox and McAllister. 7 and 13. Not bad for the 25-year-old. 7 and 13 as well for Garrick. Anybody else? Not really. A couple of youngsters down here. Players not getting any game time. But wow, Luke Daniels, 36 now. 55 games. Oh my God. That is an awful lot of goals to concede. Nearly 2 a game. We really need to pull out the stops to get a goalkeeper in the next round of spinning the wheel. But wow, that is just incredible. 95 conceded. Right, so let's move on and let's spin the wheel for the next round of transfers. 2 more Wonder Kids to be chosen. So let's spin the first one. Who is he going to land on? Levy Colwell. I think he is a defender. I may have got this one right, not Lewis Hall. I think I may have got these confused in the meantime. And our final spin of the wheel. Who's it? Goalkeeper, please, at least. Patrick Dorgu. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring in Levy Colwell. He is a defender for Chelsea. Oh, they're not going to be happy that we're going to be taking him. Move to my club. Thank you very much. Patrick Dorgu, left wing back. Okay. That's going to come in handy. At least we're building our back line. He's currently at Salento. And the powers of B, not today. Excellent stuff. So we're going to have Patrick Dorgu, and we're also going to have Levi Colville as well. Is he best suited as a central ball-playing defender? I think, yeah, we'll have him as a ball-playing defender. So currently 4 Wonder Kids in the team. That looks fantastic already. If we pick our best 11 at this point, Hall and Vermeeren changes over. And it's not a bad side at all, actually, is it? So with them players fixed in, we've got off to not a good start. We lost to Blackpool 3-2 in our first game. Then we beat Morecambe in the first round of the Carabao Cup 4-2, which was quite a good result. We beat Wickham, Burton, we drew with Peterborough, and we beat Wimbledon. And we did lose to West Ham. We gave a good account of ourselves. 6-3 in the second round. But we've got off to a flyer at the moment, which sees us into 4th position at the start of the season, which is fantastic. If we can keep this up, we're looking at back-to-back promotions. So let's get on to our second season and see what these guys can do. And would you just look at that, boys and girls? We have somehow managed to gain back-to-back promotions, this time winning the Sky Bet League 1 title by 1 point from Sheffield Wednesday and 2 points from 3rd placed Blackpool. That is phenomenal. We lost 10 games more than Sheffield Wednesday and Blackpool, mind you. 94 goals scored, 62 conceded, but with 27 wins, the same as Charlton, who finished in 4th. Bolton come up as well through the playoffs, but we've gone and done it. We find ourselves now in the Championship, and for some reason we still don't have any players here, not even our Wonder Kids. So I'm not sure where they're all hiding. Competitions, FA Cup, we lost in the first round by Wigan, losing 1-0 after a replay, I'm guessing that is. Goodness, I didn't expect us to lose, especially with Wigan being in League 2. Carabao Cup, we lost to West Ham, as we saw. We got battered, I think 6-3, that's correct. And the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, we lost in the 3rd round by Charlton, who we did beat to the top of the table. We lost 1-0. That is a shame. Squad-wise, our 4 Wonder Kids up at the top there. Colwell, 7-4. Not bad for a defence position. Dorgu, 2-7. I would expect a lot more assists from him, though, to be fair. Lewis Hall in midfield, which I thought he was a defender, but he's an actual midfielder. 12-14. That is pretty good. And Vermeeren as well, 3-9, which isn't too bad. All 4 playing 50+ games. But if we go with goals, it's Bakayoko with 17-2. Doige, 13-8. He's now 32. We're going to try and hang on to these players as long as possible till we get replacements for them. But understandably, some of these will start to, well, they might even be sold if a good offer comes in. McAllister, 13-11. So they're pretty good stats. Not bad at all. And our goalkeeper, Searle, obviously, I think we lost our last goalkeeper. I think he may have retired, being 36, 37 years old. But our young 24 New Zealander, 76 goals conceded in 55 with 15 clean sheets. We desperately need a goalkeeper off this wheel, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel, and let's bring our 2 Wonder Kids to the club. So the first one Goalkeeper, please. I want a goalkeeper. And it is Stefan Bjetic. On to the next one. We'll spin once more. Goalkeeper, goalkeeper, goalkeeper. It's going to be Castello Lukiba. So there we have Lukiba as a Forest Green player. Looks really fantastic. 22 years old from Leipzig. And also Stefan Bjetic. Again, can play anywhere in the middle, from midfield to the centre-back position. We brought him from Liverpool. So with them players in, this is a formation we're sticking with. Dorgu moves into the left wing position. Seems to be happy there. We have got Vermeeren, Hall in the centre still. We've got Lukiba at left back. Colwell Bjetic in the centre. Going to be quite difficult to pronounce his name. Stefan is what we're going to call him in future. So 6 Wonder Kids in the side. And I have to say, things have been going our way quite well for this first part. We started off with a fantastic 1-0 win over Derby. We drew with Oxford, lost to Hull, but we beat Ipswich 4-0, drew with Blackburn, beat Wimbledon yet again, this time in the Carabao Cup after beating Shrewsbury in the first round, and QPR in the last league game. We have drawn Ipswich in the third round, so I'm hoping to go through in that fixture as well. And we are lying 5th in the league so far after 6 games. We're only 2 points off the leaders Norwich and Hull in the automatic promotion place, but we are currently in a playoff place. So fingers crossed we can do the job again and finish up somewhere in the top 6. Season 3 is over, and well, we've finished a credible 7th position just outside the playoffs. 70 points we amassed, and I think that loss right at the end of the season, I think that's really what hampered us getting into a playoff position. But it's Norwich, Coventry and West Brom that all go up, but we just miss out slightly. But we did score a massive 85 goals. I think it's the 3rd highest in the league, behind Norwich and Coventry, who amassed over 100 goals apiece. But Coventry, 81 goals conceded. It just shows you how tough this division is. But that's not a bad position to be in or finish. Lewis Hall gets 2nd most highest rated player in the division, and he also gets the most assists in the season as well, with Dorgu just behind him as well. And Doige, 7 Player of the Match awards. Not bad going for the 30-odd-year-old. Competition-wise, we get knocked out by Liverpool in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. 2-1 after a replay, which isn't too bad at all, you know. That's not bad showing. Quite pleased with that. And in the 3rd round in the Carabao Cup by Ipswich, which I am slightly disappointed, but it was a 3-2, so another close game as well. How did our guys fare? So let's start off with our youngsters. So Stefan, 1-0, not bad. Colwell, 6-2, so he did pretty well. Lukiba, 3-1, 4-5 for Vermeeren. Lewis Hall, 19 assists with 11 goals. Wow! Oh, he was in midfield. I keep thinking he's a centre-back. Dorgu, 16 assists. Everybody else, so Bakayoko, 17-4. That's pretty good. Doge, 15-5. So our 2 strikers doing really, really well. With Lewis Hall, we spoke about Amotoye, 9-0. 9-7 for Garrick. That's not bad. Maddox, 5-4. Everybody putting a shift in. Even Pagel, our 21 Irish goalkeeper, 11 conceded in 4. Not the best, but we do, like I said, need a goalkeeper. 65 conceded by Searle. That's not bad going either, so it's good that we are in the Championship for another season, because unless we get another goalkeeper, we will be struggling in the Premiership, and that 65 could easily be 100. So if we go onto the wheel then for our first of 2 spins to see if we can get our goalkeeper that we are in desperate need of. We're spinning. It's going round and round. And it's landing on... Okay, I'll take Pedri. Yes, please. For our second spin, we want to land on a goalkeeper, if you please. Yes! Get in! That's exactly what we needed. Oh my god, that's absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much, Wheel. It's Restes. I can't pronounce his first name, unfortunately, but Restes, probably one of the best young goalkeepers in FM24, I believe. So let's go ahead and put these players into the side. And with that, our players slot straight into the side. We've changed the formation a bit just to accommodate some of these players. So our new signing, Pedri, he comes in on the right-hand side. Ideally, I would like him to play in the cam position, but he does move when we pick the best 11 to the right-hand side. So I've picked the best 11 and I've just taken out the non-Wonder Kids. So I've left it as it is, but this is how it looks. We're going to play 3 at the back, 2 in DM, 3 across the midfield, and then a cam and a forward. But Pedri, like I say, fantastic player, can play anywhere in the attacking options. So very, very versatile. And at 23 years old, he can play anywhere. So if we do get another player that can play out on the wing and what have you, then we can move him into the cam role. Also, our goalkeeper who just slots in the goalkeeper role. There's no other where he can go. So if we pick our best 11, we've got Maddox and Doige coming in and Bunker on the right hand side of the defence as a wide centre back. Results haven't gone that bad actually. So with the change of formation and a bit more stability and less goals being conceded, which is the main aim really, and obviously we want to get into the Premiership, but the less goals we concede, the more chance we have of winning. We start off against Leeds with a 2-0 victory. We did lose to Swansea away from home 2-1. Whether or not they came down from the Premiership, I don't know. Stoke, we win 1-0. We drew with QPR. We beat Birmingham and drew with Cardiff, which was a disappointing result, though, to be fair. However, we did beat Crewe 5-0 in the first round of the Carabao Cup, and we beat Wolves. Now, I'm guessing Wolves are in the Premiership. They are, actually. So, yeah, it's a very good victory against a Premiership outfit, despite going a goal down with Doige and Stefan both scoring goals. So really, really pleased with that, which puts us in the 3rd round with a game against Leeds, who we beat earlier on in the season, but this time we will be away from home. We are currently lying in 6th position in a playoff place, 7 points off Southampton, who obviously came down from the Premiership. So again, the aim to get back to the Premiership either by automatic promotion or the playoff route. But with the 7th place finish last season and the addition of a fantastic goalkeeper and Pedri, of course, I am aiming for a top 6 finish at the very least. So let's delve into our 4th season and see how this side gets on. Well, it looks like we'll be staying in the Championship for a further season. A disappointing 11th place finish. Whether that has something to do with the formation, I don't know. We did have a better time of it last season, just missing out on playoffs, but we were well down here. 72 points. Oxford in 6th. 6 points behind them. Very, very disappointing. Southampton, as expected, go up with Ipswich, and Leeds look like they go through the playoffs. But yeah, I have to say I'm very bitterly disappointed with that. Although we only conceded 57 goals this season, so that could be thanks to the goalkeeper. 71 goals scored, not as much as last season, but then again we only had the one player up front. So a lot of changes this season. Hopefully we'll just have to readjust once more. Hopefully the wheel will be kind to us once again. Colwell and Hall, best players in the league, so finally our youngsters are starting to come through, which is nice. But nowhere else, not even a top goal scorer either. We get to the 5th round of the FA Cup though, losing to Newcastle 3-2. Again, we give a good account of ourselves. The 4th round, we beat Reading 3-2. 3rd round, we played Oxford and we beat them 1-0. We didn't enter the 2nd round. So 2 rounds in the FA Cup and we bow out, unfortunately. But a close game all the same. And the 3rd round, we lose out to Leeds in the Carabao Cup, losing 2-1 away from home. Squad-wise, let's have a quick look at what they did. Omatoi, 18 goals and 2, which isn't too bad for a striker at all, really. Dorgu, 11 assists with 12 goals. Not bad from the left wing position. Maddox, 11 and 8. That's pretty good as well. Pedri, how did he do? 9 and 12. If that's from the right-hand side, it's not too bad. It's not further attacking probably what he's used to, so we will have to adjust, I think, next season. Doige gets 13 starts, 7 goals and an assist. Restes, a goalkeeper, 65 conceded in 52. He did have 3 at the back and 2 DMs. So, yeah, again, I think it could be the formation. But he did get 18 clean sheets. There's quite a few players that didn't get much game time. But all our youngsters did, which is pretty good. With Stefan with 7 assists. And I think we just, because we didn't have wing backs, it kind of hampered us a little bit. So once again, onto the wheel. And let's bring up our first Wonder Kid for this season. And it's going to be Ryan Shirky. And for our second spin, let's be a kind one. It's going to be Amu Martinez. So once more, we've changed the formation yet again. This time we're going to go with this one. It's slightly more favourable to the players that we have got. We've gone back to a flat back four. Our best 11 is this currently, with just the forward line really that is not occupied by a wonder kid. So we've got Pedri on the right hand side, Shirky, Dorgu, Hall and Vermeeren in the centre, Likeba. We've also got Kowal, Stefan and Martinez and Restes in goal. It looks a very solid side. Quite looking forward to seeing what this side does now. So far so good, especially in the league anyway. We are out of the Carabao Cup already. We lost to Swansea in the second round 3-2. Very disappointing even after a 3-0 victory over Chesterfield. However, we did beat Swansea in the most important game really, and that's the first game of the season, or second game should I say, after Blackburn beating them 3-0. We beat Swansea 3-1. Then we beat Preston, Birmingham, we battered Derby, beat West Brom. So it looks like we're in a very, very good position in the league so far. Lying top of the table, which makes a change. 6 for 6, 3 points ahead already. And like I said, we are out of the Carabao Cup. So let's delve into our 5th season. And this time we are praying at least a playoff position, if not automatic promotion. We finally got what we have deserved with an unbeaten start. We falter 11 times later on in the season. However, we do qualify for the Premiership by winning the playoff. So that's trophy number 3. Whichever way you want to look at it, it's a trophy through the playoff system. Palace and Birmingham go up automatically. We only 5 points off automatic promotion in the end, which is pretty decent. We score 88 goals, which is less than the teams around us, but we only concede 51, which isn't that bad either, actually, to be fair. And we have a top goal scorer, Omotoe, 24 goals, the Golden Boot winner for this season. Brilliant. And Shirky, 16 assists as well. Fantastic. And there you can see we beat Luton in the final 1-0. We did get to the quarter-finals in the FA Cup, however. A good run there, losing 1-0 at home to Chelsea in the end. Liverpool also go through with Brighton and Villa, so who ended up winning? It was Chelsea, so we did lose to the eventual winners, so can't be all bad. And in the Carabao Cup, as we saw, we lost to Swansea in the second round. Player-wise, 29 goals for Tyrese. Fantastic. He doesn't look that much really, to be fair, does he? Stats wise, physicals look okay, but everything else, 10 finishing. It's not great, but 29 goals and 4 assists. Shirky with 15 and 16, 13 and 10 for Lewis Hall. Pedri, 12 and 16. Great stuff. Stefan, 8 and 4. Bakayoko, our other striker, who's now 32, mind. 6 and 0. Not bad. Kowal, Dorgu all getting some game time, but Dorgu, 14 assists this season. Fantastic stuff as well. And our new signing Martinez, 4. That's not an awful lot, is it really? But more interestingly enough, Restes, 57 conceded in 54, 19 clean sheets. That's a lot better. Few players not getting any game time, unfortunately. But more importantly, our Wonder Kids have done. And speaking of Wonder Kids, let's jump to the wheel and let's bring up our next 2 players. We would like a striker. Another defender possibly, and we bring in Martis Tell, a left winger if I'm not much mistaken. And our next signing will be Antonio or Fabio Carvalho. We're sticking with the same formation that got us almost into the Premiership, with the only exception, the left hand side. We're pushing up to actual wing role. We could bring them down a tad into the midfield, but we'll see how it goes in this first season. Tell can obviously play there, but with our new signing Tell, he looks absolutely superb. Winger he is, yes, but he's our only decent forward as well. So he is going to be playing up front. He is described as a striker, so that's where we're going to be playing, but he looks absolutely phenomenal. By picking our best 11, there's a few changes. Pedri moves to the right. Shirky comes there. Carvalho goes into the centre, which I'm very tempted to go with, to be perfectly honest. it looks pretty decent, and a lot of players. Well, I think we've literally got all our Wonder Kids in here now. If we go back to the players that we're tagging in, we've got Tel, Pedri. These are where I want them to play. Martinez and Colwell, I think they got no issues playing in them positions, but I'm just going to lock them in anyway, being our best players, and same with Restes as well. He's got no competition at all. In fact, we're going to put him on support as sweeper keeper. The schedule hasn't gone our way, as you probably would expect, being our first season in the Premiership. However, I would have expected a little bit more. We drew 1-1 with Aston Villa. We got hammered by Man City, probably expected. We beat Fulham 4-0. And we lost to Liverpool. So we've had quite a hard couple of games there with Villa, City and Liverpool, gaining 1 point from the 9. So that is really, really bad there. However, the Carabao Cup, we have got through on penalties in both ties, Villa and Reading, of whom we now are playing Manchester United in the 4th round. We are currently lying in 14th position, with them 2 losses, a win and a draw. And just out of curiosity, I just want to see where we are predicted to finish. Well, that's not bad, 16th. So away from the relegation zone. I'm quite happy with that. 250 to 1 to win the league. So let's move on to our 6th season. And let's see if we can climb up that table and raise a few eyebrows. Now, who would have thought in season 6 we would survive, get a top 10, let alone get a European spot as well. Even though it's a Conference League, Forest Green have reached Europe and the dizzy heights of the top 10 in the Premier League in their first season. That is just incredible. 18 wins, only 11 losses, 67 goals scored, 54 against, which is not bad at all. And we even end up with a plus goal difference as well. Even more than seasoned Newcastle side with only a +3. And we finished ahead of them. And we finished ahead of Manchester United as well. Birmingham and Palace, who came up with us, both go back down. And Tel gets the leading goal scorer as well. Oh my God, that is just insane. Cherky gets most assists, with Lewis Hall and Colwell with the most yellow cards. Well, that's fantastic. At least we're fighting at the back. Tel beats Haaland and Evan Ferguson to the Golden Boot. That's just brilliant. Competition-wise, FA Cup, we get knocked out by Chelsea. 3-1 in the end, and in the Carabao Cup we lost to Manchester United in the 4th round, losing 2-1. Squad wise, how did they all fare? So the players we locked in, how did they did pretty well. Restes, 63 goals conceded in 44, which isn't too bad. Tel, 30 goals and 4 assists. Pedri, 11 and 10, 9 and 13 for Cherky, who doesn't look that great at the minute, looking at them star ratings. I mean, I'm not sure what's happened there, but he's pulled in a shift. Yeah, seems to have gone down a tad. Is that because we've got loads more Wonder Kids in there, bringing his ratings down? Just out of interest, what's his progress like? So if we go all time, it's a little bit hit and miss, isn't it? But a majority of them have gone up though. Martinez, 3 and 6. Not bad from the wing back position. Cowell, 2 and 1. It's mainly Tel and our 2 wingers up there, Pedri and Cherky. I think Pedri was in the cam position, wasn't he? It's pretty decent. I'm not going to moan about that at all. But wow, that is one hell of a season that is for us. So as always, let's get onto the wheel and find out which 2 new recruits we are going to be bringing in. So for our first pull, what are we going to be doing? The wheel's spinning and it's going to land on James Trafford. I think he's a goalkeeper, isn't he? And for our second spin of the wheel, we're going to be bringing in Vitor Roque, striker. So we can push Tel to the left-hand side, winger, and then Roque up front, or vice versa. We'll see where he plays. That's a fantastic pull this time round. So with our players put in, so we have Vitor Roque, looks absolutely superb. His physicals look amazing. He's very, very quick. His finishing 16 as well, and he's got highs of 17 and 18. 18 agility, which is fantastic. Also, his composure, his finishing, yeah, he looks the absolute ultimate striker at this moment in time. And obviously Trafford, who is our number 2 goalkeeper now. Not too bad, 2 stars. He's not as good as Restes, unfortunately, but he's a very, very good backup at 26 years old as well. So this is our currently best 11 with Roque up front, Ted on the left, Carvalho and Pedri, Vermeeren and Stefan. I do believe we need to improve on our midfield though, unfortunately, and possibly at the back, but it looks okay at the moment with Dorgu, Carvalho, Kiba, Martinez and Restes in goal. So far so good, just 1 defeat, and that was in the Conference League qualifying where we lost 3-2 away from home, but after a 6-0 first leg victory we go through to the group stage, or the league phase should I say. In the Premiership, we win 4-0 against West Ham, 5-2 against Forest and 4-0 against Leeds. We absolutely destroyed them, so 3 for 3 so far. The league phase in the Conference League, we've got Linfield, Slavia Prague, Derry City, OB, AZ and Hammarby IF. And we've got Liverpool in the next round of the Carabao Cup, so that would be an interesting tie for us to see how we match up against them now being in our 2nd season. We are currently lying top of the table, 3 for 3, which is marvellous, and looks like we are seeded 3rd in the Europa Conference League as well. Well, that's where we're expected to finish, I'm guessing. So let's move on to our 7th season, European football. We're fighting on all fronts. Let's see if we can bring home a trophy this season. Season 7 is done now, and a 6th place finish and a Europa League position as well. Fantastic stuff. 65 points, not as much as last season I don't think, but our goal difference, look at that, 32 plus. That is fantastic. I mean, it's not far off the leading teams as well. Arsenal, Tottenham, Man United. In fact, we only just finished 2 points behind Man City, so that's an incredible achievement as well. 19 wins overall, so half the games won. Brilliant. And Vitor Roque, so we had Tells last season, now we've got Roque this season. Golden Boot winner, 28 goals from Højlund of Manchester United and Haaland of Manchester City. We do, however, get to the final of the Conference League, however, and we win that. Forest Green beat Hoffenheim in the final. We're champions of Europe. Forest Green are champions of Europe. Fantastic finish by Lakiba. What a goal there. 19 shots to 6 in the end. 15 on target. XG of 3.3 to 0.76. A deserved win. Very close, mind, but a deserved win. 60% possession as well. That's just incredible. The league phase, we did finish in 3rd position. 6 for 6. With close games all the way through though. Not scoring more than 3 goals in a game, but wins all the same. The round of 16, we played Austria Vienna. We battered them 5-2 over the 2 legs. The quarterfinals, we beat Real Hispalis 4-0. And the semis, we disposed of Nantes 4-3 over the 2 legs as well. Very, very close indeed. And then obviously the final, we pick up another trophy, but a more significant trophy. Forest Greens are champions of Europe, at least the conference part, at least anyway. And now we're in the Europa League next season. The FA Cup, we get to the semi-finals and we lose to Newcastle 2-1. A home tie, I think. Or no, it wasn't. It was at Wembley actually. So we did have another Wembley trip, but this time we're losing 2-1. And in the Carabao Cup, we get runners up, losing 4-1 though, unfortunately, to Man City, who probably dominated. But we did pretty well though. We got all the way to the semi-final, so we've done pretty close in all competitions, winning the conference, semi-finals FA Cup, and runners up in the Cara, and a 6th place finish in the league as well. It's going to take some doing to catch up with the top 4, that's for sure. Squad wise, 43 goals and 13 for Vitor Roque. Tells with 24 and 8. Carvalho 21 and 12. Wow. Pedri 12 and 16. The front 4 are just phenomenal. Shirky 8 and 6, 8 and 7 for Dorgu, Vermeeren 7 and 8, 12 assists there for Hall, 19 for Martinez. Brilliant stuff. And our goalkeeper, despite playing all our games almost, 71 goals conceded in 62, which isn't too bad. And our other goalkeeper, Trafford, he did play 2 games, 3 goals conceded with 2 clean sheets. In fact, Reste's got 22 clean sheets, so that could be a record for us as well. Things can only get better from here. So let's delve into the wheel and let's see which 2 other recruits we're going to be getting. So the first spin of the wheel for our first recruit, and it's going to be Warren Zaire-Emery. What a signing that's going to be. And for our second signing, it's going to stop on... Oh my God! It's Jude Bellingham! Right then, heading into our 8th season, we're changing the plan just a little bit more. We've got 2 midfielders as opposed to 2 DMs now with the arrival of Emery and Bellingham. So if we pick our best 11, Bellingham fits in. We're going to use him as a Mazzala. He looks absolutely fantastic. At 27 years old now, looks absolutely brilliant. There's no way we would have afforded him otherwise. But wow, look at that. Can you just imagine? Forest Green has Jude Bellingham. And also Emery alongside him. Again, another fantastic player. Look at all them greens. Probably not as good as Bellingham, but he's only 24 years old, so 3 years younger. So they'll be here for the remainder of the rebuild at least. And our first team looks absolutely fantastic. Pedri on the right hand side, Tell on the left. I've just changed Pedri to an inverted winger as opposed to inside forward. It just seems a little bit better for him, I think. And our back line now is starting to fade a little bit when we've just brought in Emery and Bellingham though. Pedri's just coming down a little bit as well. He's now 27 years old but still looks absolutely fantastic. And results, not too bad either. 4 games in the league so far. 5-3 over Leicester, 3-1 over Nottingham Forest. Then we had a 2-2 draw with Chelsea, of which we were 2-0 down, with Tell getting an equaliser in the 95th minute, and then a fantastic draw at home with Liverpool. So finally we are fighting it out with the big boys. The Europa League, we've been drawn against Anderlecht, Zurich, Hearts, Lazio, Olympiacos, OFI with Rennes and Atalanta. We're currently lying 6th in the league, 8 points, 2 points off the leaders. And in the Europa League, we're predicted to finish in 18th position. So I'm sure we can change that as well. And we've drawn Salford in the next round of the Carabao Cup. So let's move on to our 8th season and let's see what this season can bring us. Another season down, and it's an 8th place finish for ourselves. But look what competition is next to our name. It's the Champions League, despite finishing 8th positions, which suggests we may have won a competition to get us into the UCL. Could this be back-to-back European trophies? We shall have to wait and see. But 16 wins, less than last season, 58 points. We do have a strong finish to the season, finishing with a draw. Our goal difference is still a plus, but not an awful lot. We do concede a lot, but not scored as many. But it's still a top 10 finish, which is pretty good. And we've still got to get past United, City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham. Newcastle have a better finish this season, and Liverpool. Roke gets the golden boot yet again with 22 goals. So despite having a golden boot winner, we still end up low down, but still in a European place. Pedri gets second most assists, or most assists, with Odegaard of Arsenal, which isn't too bad. And apart from that, nothing really else has happened. It is, however, another European trophy. The Europa League is won. We beat Lyon 2-1. Despite going a goal behind, Roke comes back to equalise through Vermeeren. A wonderful finish there, cut back from Roke, and then the finish in the 89th minute. Wow, very, very close. What a fantastic finish. And as you can see, 16 shots to 5, 7 on target to 3. Only 59% possession, but still more than the opposition. 90% passes completed. I mean, looking at that side, that looks fantastic. And with Bellingham and Emery in the team as well, it's not surprising we were champions of Europe once again. The league phase, we finished in 2nd position, unbeaten, 6 wins, 2 draws. We beat Atalanta, OFI, Olympiacos, Hearts. We smashed Zurich 7-0. We did draw with Rennes and Lazio, however, but 1 point off Atalanta, who did lose a game, and that was to us. I mean, it just goes to show how good we were. And Roke, leading goal scorer in that competition as well. Round of 16, we beat Lazio 6-2. Wow, we absolutely pummeled them. Quarterfinals, we beat Porto 5-3. And in the semi-finals, we beat Cologne 6-1. So we had a relatively great route to the final though, battering everybody in our path. That's our second successive European trophy. FA Cup, we got knocked out by Manchester City 6-2. Goodness gracious, in the 5th round of the FA Cup. That hurts. And the quarterfinals by Luton 5-0. Obviously concentrating too much on the Europa League. Our squad, however, if we have a look, 37 goals for Roke, 11 assists, 21 and 10 for Tell, 14 and 5 for Bellingham, 10 and 23 for Pedri. Fantastic stuff. Carvalho 10 and 7, 9 goals for Colwell. Emery 6 and 13. Our two midfielders doing really well this season. Dorgu 10 assists. 98 goals conceded by Restes. Goodness me. I was hoping that would be coming down. In fact, it's getting worse and worse, I feel. So onto the wheel for our first signing. Let's bring on our first recruit, which is going to be Antonio Silva. And on to the second signing. It's going to be Cade Gordon. Now our best 11 looks like this. Silva slots straight into the defence. Looks absolutely fantastic. 27 years old. Physicals look really, really good as well. Composure, concentration. He's got good decision making. He can tackle as well, pass the ball. He's got good pace on him as well and acceleration. So we can afford to push our defenders up now, I feel. And the other signing, which was Kay Gordon, 26 years old. Fortunately, he will not get into the side, but is there as a good backup. I'm no doubt he can do a job if called upon at some point. And we've had some quite good results in here. We've won this Euro Sam Club Challenge. We beat ATM 6-2. So could we class that as a trophy? Possibly, maybe. But the league, look at that result. 7-3 against Manchester City. And then we lost to them in the UEFA Super Cup. So we smashed them at the Etihad and we lose in Glasgow in this game 2-1. That's unfortunate, although the win in the league is probably far more important. Then we go on to smash West Brom. We lose to Brighton away from home, and then we smash Burnley. So we are scoring goals but conceding a fair few now as well. But looking at our friendlies, it went okay. Quite a large number of high scores there. The Champions League, we've been drawn against Salzburg, Ajax, Manchester United, Inter Milan, Copenhagen, Rennes, with Juventus and Atletico Madrid bringing up the rear. It's going to be a tough call this season. I'd like to think we could get out the group stage at least anyway. We are predicted to finish 26th in this league, so we'll see what happens. But currently we're lying 4th in the Premiership, a point off the leaders United, Newcastle and Brighton. The surprise package in there. But we have got a very good goal difference. I'm assuming that's thanks to the 7-3 mauling of Manchester City though. So already 2 trophies down, another 4 to go. And look how close we were, ladies and gentlemen, to winning the league. A point off Man City, where we lost our final game of the season, which cost us, wow, Man City drew, but we lost our final game, and that's cost us big time. We could have been champions of England. That would have been something. We're back in the UCL as well for next season, which is brilliant. Finished 3 points ahead of Tottenham, and Arsenal further couple of points as well. Chelsea, Everton, they're in 6th. Brighton, Newcastle, Man United in Europe as well, despite finishing 9th and 10th. Villa finished 17th. Goodness me, what a bad season they ended up having. But that is quite remarkable from ourselves, and a plus 39 goal difference, and we only conceded 47 goals. And Roke, not the leading goal scorer this season, unfortunately. Haaland wins it with 24 goals. Roke comes in on 20 in 3rd place. Carvalho, though, gets a joint leading assist maker with Saka, and Tell gets a joint with Saka as well. Most Player of the Match awards. That is pretty decent. That's a really, really good season. Competition-wise, Champions League, we'll look at that first. We got knocked out in the playoff round. To Spurs, of course, we did. 5-2, thanks to a 4 4-2 victory for Spurs in the second leg. Spurs just seem to do one over us every single time, which is really annoying. But the league phase, we did qualify in 18th position, winning 4, losing 3. We beat Atletico Madrid, Juventus, Copenhagen and Manchester United. Drew with Salzburg and lost to Rennes, Inter and Ajax. Well, we got absolutely smashed by Rennes. I expected us to win that game, to be fair. But we did progress. And like I said, we got knocked out. But who was the eventual winners? It was Real Madrid over Nantes. Nantes in the final. What on earth? FA Cup, we got beat by Chelsea in the 4th round. 2-1 away from home. So pretty close there. And the Carabao Cup, of course, Tottenham. 5-1. So they absolutely mauled us over the 2 competitions, the UCL and the Carabao Cup. They just seem to be the bane of our lives at the moment. 27-5 for Roke, 26-11 for Tell, 13-17 for Carvalho, Pedri 12-12, 12-11 for Bellingham. I mean, we've got 5 players here on double figures and 2 with 20 plus goals. In fact, all 5 of them have contributed 20 goals or more. That is fantastic. 78 goals conceded by Restes, though. To be fair, we could do with another defender maybe, although Lukiba has done pretty well and he looks okay as well. I think the lads have done remarkably well. Bellingham and Emery, 5-star players already, and Silva is almost there at a 5 as well. So on to the wheel. So the penultimate spin, we're going to be picking up Evan Ferguson. He's going to rival Roke up top, I feel. Maybe we switch to 2 up front, maybe, but we shall see. But that is a pretty good one, but we have Roke. So it's going to be quite difficult to see who gets the number 1 spot in that position. And for the final spin of this rebuild, we're going to be picking up João Neves. Wow, could he play in that position where Carvalho is at the moment? So for the final season, this is our best 11 thus far. We've got Ferguson up top with Roke coming onto the right hand side, Bellingham on the left hand side. We've got Carvalho where I want João Neves to play. I'm apparently suspended at the moment, but that's where I would put him. We've got Pedri and Emery, Dorgu, Lukiba, Silva, Martinez and Restes. That is our best 11 and it looks absolutely fantastic, doesn't it really? Going forward, Neves is going to be locked in that cam position. And everything has gone our way. In fact, we've only succumbed to 1 defeat and the other game where we've conceded in the league so far. We lost to Chelsea 3-1 at home. Very disappointed with that. We did have João Neves sent off, subsequently him getting that suspension. Southampton, Forest and Oxford all defeated, and Bournemouth in the Carabao Cup 3rd round. The Champions League, we have been drawn against Benfica, Genk, Valencia, Bayern Munich, Feyenoord, Slovan Bratislava, Leipzig and Real Madrid. We are currently lying 4th in the table, a point behind the leaders Chelsea, who we lost to, but we're not doing too bad, I don't think. And 23rd prediction in the league, in the Champions League. So yeah, we are climbing in there some way or another. And if we just have a look, I know we haven't looked at this before, but we're predicted 3rd, 13-2 to win the league. That is amazing. And we've got 4 players in the Dream 11: Bellingham, Silva, Emery, Restes. I'm surprised no Ferguson or Roke either, although they're probably players to watch maybe. No, not at all. That is really disappointing. So one final time, let's see if we can win this league, see if we can win the UCL and possibly have a go at the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. We could do with a couple more trophies if you please, lads. So let's simulate our final season and see how we get on. The final season has just finished and it's a 6th place finish. Level on points with Man City in 5th. Just goal difference letting us down. Not as many goals this season, but we only conceded 49, which isn't too bad. I'm quite pleased with that. 3 points off Chelsea in 4th and 4 points off Everton in 3rd. Tottenham take the title and it's not that far behind either. 15 points off them. But yeah, not too bad. Man United finish in 9th position. Arsenal 11th. Liverpool 12th. What a season we have had compared to them guys. Brighton in 7th position as well. Some strange placings going on. Liverpool lost 14 games. Wow. Arsenal 13 games. I mean, they don't concede an awful lot, but we did slightly better. 19 wins. Excellent stuff. And this season we don't have Roke or Ferguson leading the charge in the Golden Boot. In fact, we have nobody on any sort of table here. The FA Cup, we got beat by Brighton 3-0 away from home. Brighton, as you remember, finished just below us, but a 3-0 loss. Brighton, again, them and Tottenham just seem to be a bane of our lives. The Carabao Cup, however, we do get to the final. We beat Tottenham. Of all teams in a cup competition, we beat Tottenham 4-3 in the end. And what an equaliser there from Neves. Superb, making it 1-1, I think it is. Before we go ahead through Tell with a fantastic goal to the goalkeeper's left-hand side. But Tottenham not to be done by. They get a goal back between two defenders. The goalkeeper just standing still before we score yet again. It was a lovely finish. One more. Bellingham this time. Fantastic stuff. Tottenham again come back. And it goes into the 95th minute, I believe, of added time before we get a winner by Carvalho. 4-3 in the end. Fantastic result. That's another trophy. It's a trophy that's been eluding us all this time. And finally we do win a domestic cup. But we can top that. The Champions League final. We played Newcastle, who go ahead early on with Roke and Ferguson netting the goals to give us a 2-1 victory. That gives us 3 European trophies on all 3 levels. Phenomenal stuff. And it's a late winner as well. Ferguson 2-1. Unbelievable. Can't believe it. The league phase, let's have a quick look. We finished in 6th position. Unbeaten, 4 wins, 4 draws. We beat Bratislava, Feyenoord, Genk and Benfica, and drew with Real Madrid, Leipzig, Bayern Munich and Valencia. Round of 16, we played Real Madrid and we won 6-4 with a 5-1 second leg victory. Oh my word. Quarters, we played Inter and we beat them 4-1 with a 3-0 second leg victory. The semi-finals, we played PSG. Oh my word, we battered them 5-1. With Newcastle beating Barcelona 6-4 to set up an all-English final. So 2 cup victories this season, as well as a 6th place finish. That is fantastic. I couldn't ask for more. I would have liked the quadruple mine, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. But that is a fantastic effort from the lads. And speaking of the lads, as we look through the goals, 26 and 2 for Ferguson, Tell with 20 and 6, Roke 14 and 11, Neves 12 and 8, 11 and 11 for Bellingham. Silva still scores 7 goals, Emery 4 and 11, Pedri 4 and 20. He's just an assist king, isn't he, Pedri? Martinez scores 2 with 5 assists, 11 assists for Dorgu. Everybody's putting a shift on a goalkeeper, Estes. 72 conceded in 52. It's still a lot, but he still claims 13 clean sheets. With Trafford still getting some game time, 8 starts, 6 conceded, 4 clean sheets. That's pretty good. That is really, really good from the lads. I mean, the lads now are edging towards the age of 30, and thankfully this is where we leave the rebuild, which is absolutely phenomenal stuff. So if we have a look at our trophy cabinet, Champions League, Europa League, Europa Conference, a Carabao, a League One. We got the European South American Club Challenge as well. And I'm not sure if we won the Sky Bet too. I think that was a playoff. And I think we did the playoff again in the Championship as well. But we have added a number of trophies to this cabinet, and it just keeps getting better and better. Finances, just a quick look at how we're doing. 85 million, got a large budget, wages budget as well. Any debts? Nothing at all. Everything has been all cleared. That's where we're going to leave it. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it if you've lasted this long. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Smash that like button, share the video, and if you like this sort of content with the wheel, please let me know and see if we can do another one. Suggest which team we could try next, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.